Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Steph. Today I have my sister with me again.
Hi!
And we thought we would film another video while she's here, because I mean, why not? Just wanted to say a little heads up. There's not going to be a whole lot of content on my channel because I am in the process of moving. So these videos will be pre-filmed. But today we're going to be doing a little fun Q&A that I'm really excited about. So let's get right into the video. Cue the intro. Alrighty, so we've selected 30 questions that we've come up with, and we're going to answer them going back and forth. So question number 1 is, what is your favorite book this year?
Okay, so we should add that we're answering these questions without having thought of an answer beforehand.
Right.
I think that would just be more fun. Okay, favorite book I've read this year is probably a toss-up between The Silent Patient and Every Summer After.
Okay.
What about you?
My favorite book I've read so far this year is Every Summer After, but I also really liked The Infinity Between Us by Inez Perkins.
Oh gosh, that one was so good too.
Yes. Okay. Next question
Is...
what is your favorite genre?
Okay, this is so hard. Okay, I can't pick between romance or thriller. Like, I have equal love for them both.
I'm going to say romance, obviously. If you've watched my channel, you know. Okay, so this one's going to be a little confusing. Question number 3 is your 3 top 5-star reads. So the top 3 books that you 5 stars.
Yeah. Okay. The Silent Patient. Every Summer After. The Infinity Between Us. Then She Was Gone.
You're supposed to name 3.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 4.
It's
your turn.
So I'm going with the Every Summer After.
Okay.
The Infinity Between Us. I'm gonna go One True Love's Taylor Jenkins Reid.
That was really good.
And since you picked 4, I might as well pick another one. I'm gonna go Ugly Love, Colleen Hoover.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Okay, so question number 4 is a book that made you cry the most.
Oh my gosh, A Thousand Boy Kisses.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
you have not read that book and you want a book to make you cry, you need to read it.
It's really, really good. I read it first and I recommended it to her.
Yeah.
You are not ready for the emotional roller coaster that you go through reading that.
I definitely wasn't. I had to put it down a few times because I was literally crying so hard that I couldn't see the book.
Same. Also, I think a second close, I would say, is probably One True Love's. I cried quite a lot. Not as, like, ugly crying as with the first book that we're talking about, but yeah, definitely. Number 5 is, what book are you currently having at the top of your TBR list?
I don't even know. I have so many. I really want to read The Inheritance Games. I haven't read that. Let me think of a thriller that I want to read. I'm currently reading No Exit. I just started it, so I'll say that one because that one seems really good.
Okay, I'm gonna say Love on the Brain by Ellie Hazel.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one I would say, well, it's not out yet, but I really want to read it. It starts with
by Colleen Hoover.
So that's definitely on the top of my TBR list for October. Most anticipated book of this year.
It Starts With Us.
Yes, by Colleen Hoover. Number 7 is your favorite author.
Colleen Hoover. For romance. For thriller, I think I would have to say Riley Sager or Lisa Jewell.
Okay, and then a book you read that didn't live up to the hype.
We Were Liars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. It was so hyped up on TikTok that I'm like, okay, I need to see what this is all about. I love a good thriller. I need to try it. I actually went to Walmart, Calais, Maine, and I saw it there for like $10 or something. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick this up. I need to read it. And I actually got it for Stephanie too. And I read it and it was torture to even finish it. I gave it 1 star. I did not like it at all. Sorry if you like that book. I didn't like it.
I always feel really nervous about telling people books that I don't like because I don't want to bash any authors or anybody who loves, you know, that book. But at the same time, everybody likes something different. What I might love, you might not. I'm going to say The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And We Were Liars, I feel like, is more controversial. So it's kind of like on the fence, yes or no.
Yeah.
But I couldn't finish it.
I finished it, and personally, I gave it 5 stars. I really liked it.
I think I want to give it another chance. It just, maybe it wasn't what I was looking for at the time.
Yeah.
I read about 50%, I'd say, and I just put it down, and I was like, I need to pick something else. It put me in a reading slump. But I feel like I need to give it another chance. Number 9 is a new to you author that you've been loving recently. So it doesn't have to be like a new author, but just new to you. I'm going to say Carly Fortune.
Yes.
And new to you, I think Riley Sager's pretty new to you
Yeah,
as
Riley
well.
Sager's pretty new to me. I feel like I've been watching a lot of BookTube, and he's come up quite a bit, so I've been trying to read quite a few of his books. So yeah, I would definitely say Riley Sager for thriller.
And probably N.S. Perkins, I'd say too. You've read both of her books.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Is it a she?
Yep, that's
okay.
right.
I wasn't positive on the name. Okay, so number 10. How many books have you read so far this year?
I think I've read 62 books.
Well, that's a lot. Okay.
How many have you read?
I haven't counted in a while, but I want to say like 57, 58.
Yeah.
Number 11 is, what is your favorite trope?
Second chance romance.
I love that one too, but if you watch my channel, you know I'm absolutely obsessed with fake dating. If a book has that in it, I automatically purchase it. Number 12, if you were on a deserted island and only could bring 5 books that you're going to be constantly rereading, what are you picking?
Oh my gosh. Okay. The Silent Patient. Ugly Love. Verity. Trying to think of like my 5-star reads that I really, really liked. I wish I had my book journal with me.
The Infinity Between Us.
Yes, The Infinity Between Us. Every Summer After.
Okay, I'm saying Every Summer After. I loved Maybe Someday, but now I'm kind of thinking that maybe that's not my favorite Colleen Hoover book. Maybe I just loved it so much in the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Every Summer After, Ugly Love. I'm gonna pick Verity too.
Verity
I really
was
liked
so
Verity.
good.
The Infinity Between Us, and then I think I'm gonna go with Twisted Lies by Anna Huang, the 4th one in the Twisted series. That one was my absolute favorite. Number 13 is, what is your favorite book cover of the books you've read this year?
That's one I wish I would have thought about this one ahead of time, because I've read so many books I don't even know.
I'm gonna say The Summer of Broken Rules.
Oh, that book cover was so pretty.
Yes. It's so nice. The blush pink, like it's just very
I really
aesthetic.
liked the book cover for My Killer Vacation. That was really pretty.
It is, yeah.
And the American book cover for One True Loves. I love the stacking of the books.
You guys will see that in a haul coming soon, because I just ordered the US version of Every Summer After. It's my favorite book, and I don't normally order 2 copies of a book, but I'm obsessed with it, and I really hope that I'm going to get the cover that's on Book Outlet.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 14 is, what is your reading goal for this year?
My reading goal is 100. I really want to read 100 books.
See, I picked 75. I wanted to complete it. And if I read more, I reach that 100, you know. 15 is, do you prefer Kindle or paperback? So like ebook or paperback?
That is so hard.
I feel like I love holding a paperback, but at the same time, I feel like I go through books so quickly on my Kindle. Like, I'm so quick to read on my Kindle.
Yeah.
Opposed to it.
Same. But honestly, if I really had to pick, I think paperback.
Yeah.
I just love the feel of the book, and like constantly being able to look at the cover, and like, for example, like if my bookmark's like right here, I can be like, oh, like I have this much left.
Yeah.
Like, I like the visualization, I guess.
Okay, number 16 is, if I could recommend one book to anybody, what would it be?
Okay, for thriller, The Silent Patient, I feel like I've mentioned that so much, but if you have not read that book, you need to go read it. It has an amazing twist at the end. I didn't see it coming. I loved that book. And for a romance, The Infinity Between Us. Like, that book just this much topped Every Summer After for me. I just really liked that one.
I think I'm going to recommend 2 as well, even though I'm not picking from 2 different genres. I'm going to say Every Summer After, and then I'm also going to say The Love Hypothesis. So I think that was a pretty
yeah,
good
that
one.
was a good one.
It's
I've
trending on
read
TikTok.
so many good 5-star reads. Like I said, I wish I had my book journal with me because I've read so many good books that I wish I had my book with me to like talk about different ones.
Honestly, I think some people are very like picky with their 5-star reads. If I love a book, I'm giving it 5 stars.
Yeah, same.
Like,
I don't know. If I absolutely love it, then I'm like, yeah, 5 stars. But if I really don't like it, I'm not scared to write it like 1 or 2 stars. Like
Yeah.
I recently read Reckless Girls and I gave it 2 stars because I just didn't like it that much.
Number 17, a book that surprised you this year. Like a book that maybe you didn't really know what it was about. You picked it up on a whim and was like, oh, surprising, I really liked that. Or something that you were like, you heard bad reviews on, but you read it and you're like, that's pretty good.
The Butterfly Garden. It's a thriller and it was, I don't know, it was mind-blowing. It was crazy. A lot of trigger warnings. So if you think you're going to read that book, definitely look them up because there's a lot in it, but it was really good. I rated it 5 stars. I loved it. I read it on my Kindle.
I'm going to say Verity by Colleen Hoover. I'm a romance reader, and I picked up this book because it was Colleen Hoover, and Colleen Hoover is my favorite author, but it's also a thriller, so I wasn't too sure, but absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, and I definitely didn't think I was going into it. Question 18. What is the last book you read, and what was your rating for that book?
Okay, so I kind of already talked about that, but I read Reckless Girls. Can't remember the author right off the top of my head right now, but I rated it 2 stars. It didn't really have the thrilling aspect, like it was rated a thriller, like the genre, and I don't know, I didn't find it was very thrilling at all.
I can't think of the last one that I read. I want to say it was one of the novellas by Ali Hazelwood.
Oh yeah, I think it was.
I'm not sure which one it was, but I rated one of them 4 stars and the other 2 5 stars, I think. So that's the ratings that I gave. Okay, number 19. Your favorite book we have buddy read together, and we don't have to have the same answer, I guess, but
The Infinity Between Us.
I'm gonna say every summer after. Number 20. Do you watch BookTube or YouTube, and what is your favorite YouTuber to get, recommendations from?
Okay, yes, I do, and I really like watching, I think her name is Destiny Sidwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Steph Boyer.
I like her too. I do watch her too.
I think I originally watched her because we had the same name, and she kind of came up on my...
For you?
Yeah. But I love her videos, and I watch all of them. She reads a lot of the same things that I read, but I also watch Destiny as well. Number 21, your fave snack to have while you're eating, and your favorite spot to read.
Okay, my favorite spot to read is honestly probably in bed at the end of the night. I like to curl up and read, and my favorite snack is actually this local popcorn place that I go to, and the popcorn that I get is vanilla and cinnamon, and it is so good. It's like to die for. I love it.
You should brought me that.
I should have.
I'm gonna have to say bed as well. I mostly read at nighttime when I'm winding down from the day, relaxing, or just chilling on the couch. But I'm gonna have to say my favorite snack is probably peanut butter filled M&Ms, even though it's probably not the greatest thing to eat while holding a paperback. Number 22, do you prefer books with spice or no spice?
Spice all the way. All the spice I can get, all of it.
I love spice as well, but if a book doesn't have spice, like if it's YA or if it's like a closed door romance,
I'll still read those.
Yeah, me too, but I do prefer spice. And then the next question is spiciest book you have read if you like spice. So
I'm gonna have to go with Credence by Penelope Douglas.
Oh.
Yeah, we buddy read that one and it was spicy.
I also think the Twisted series is quite spicy. It's a different kind of spice that I'm used to.
Yes.
But I feel like Credence is the most spiciest and the most weird.
Out there.
I never know how to
I
never know how to explain it to people. If you haven't read Credence, it's a hit or miss for people because some people,
don't like to read about that.
Yeah, there's different topics in there, but definitely Credence. Number 24, what is the first book you remember reading?
Okay, so I can't remember like the first book that I read, but the first book that I read getting back into reading at the beginning of this year, which was like February, was The Lion's Den. I can't remember the author of that, but it was really good. I actually really liked it. I think I rated it like 4 or 5 stars. I really liked it. It was a thriller, by the way.
I'll insert like a picture of it so that way they can see what the cover looks like since we don't know the author's name. What was the question again?
A book that you read this year? What's the first book you remember reading this year?
Oh, reading this year. Okay. It was a Colleen Hoover. I know that. But I don't know which one. I want to say it was like either like Ugly Love. No, actually Ugly Love I read last year. I want to say it
November 9?
Yes, November 9 was the first
because you
one.
read it and then you recommended it to me and then I read it.
Yes. Okay. What is an author that's like still alive that you would love to meet?
Colleen Hoover.
Yes. I also feel like I would love to meet Carly Fortune as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are the two for me. Number 26 is, what book have you read that you would love to be turned into a TV show or a movie?
The Silent Patient for a thriller. I would love to see that in a movie. It was just so good. And The Infinity Between Us, I think. I feel like I keep picking those 2 books, but they're like my top favorites. So I would definitely...
I think I would really like to see The Love Hypothesis as a book. I'm sorry, as a movie, yeah. Or like, well, I don't really see it as a TV series, but...
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. There's some that I'm thinking of that I've heard are going to be a movie. That's It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I think that's going to be really good.
And I actually want to say that I saw on TikTok, I don't know if this is true or not, but I did see on TikTok that The Silent Patient is going to be a movie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know if someone just made that up, but...
Another one that I'm thinking of is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover.
Yes.
That one is in the process of becoming a movie.
I'm excited to see that.
So that sounds really good. Let's see. Number 27, a book that made you laugh out loud. I'm gonna say The Infinity Between Us.
Yeah, that scene.
The bathroom scene?
Yeah, the bathroom scene, definitely. That literally, I feel like that's the only book that I've read that I've literally laughed out loud. Like, I'll read something and I'll like, oh my gosh, that's funny in my head, but to actually laugh out loud, definitely that book.
I remember she was like a little further ahead in the book than me, and you read that scene and you were like, you texted me, I was like...
Text me as soon as you get to that part and tell me if you thought it was funny.
And I was like, how will I know when I got to the funny part? And she was like, you will just know.
Yeah.
And then I phoned her and I was dying laughing. I knew exactly what she was talking about. We're not going to go into detail because I want to ruin the book, but
yeah,
that part was so good. Number 28, are we going with paperback or a hardcover?
Hardcover. For me, definitely hardcover.
I'm going to have to say paperback. I love paperback, but there's just something about a hardcover recently that's been drawing me towards it. I don't think I would ever switch all of my books to hardcover if I had it back, but I have been enjoying hardcover lately. Number 29, do you annotate your books?
Right now I don't, but I just got into reading, like I was saying, in February of this year, so I don't annotate my books, but I feel like I might start, like maybe like buy a second copy of my favorite books, reread, and annotate them.
Yeah. I want to do it so bad, but I just can't bring myself to write in my books. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is, but like, and even like people say, oh, you can get like sticky notes and put them in and write on them and then you can just pull it out of the book. But at the same time, if my pen smudged on my papers, I would be so mad.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll ever annotate. But I do, well, we both do keep a reading journal where we write our thoughts and things in that.
Yeah.
But it would be fun to like maybe pick our favorite book that we love and annotate them for each other.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe we could like do a video on that or something. Okay, we're on the last question. Are we going with standalones or series?
For me, definitely standalones.
I used to be a series girl all the way. I used to love series. But I just find they're too long now.
I know. I can't make that commitment. I have too many things on my TBR that I want to get through that to stay focused on a series and have to read 3 or 4 books for something, I just can't. I tried to finish the Twisted series and I couldn't. Remember, I got 2 books in and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Same with, what was that series? It was the first book's Throttled.
Oh, the Dirty Air series.
Dirty Air series. I do want to go back to those because I did really enjoy the first 2 books and I have the other 2 on my Kindle, so I do want to finish those. And what was the other one? The other series that we were reading that we were really liking?
Oh, the off-campus series.
Yes. I read The Deal, and I really, really liked that one. So I'd like to finish
See,
those.
like, I think most of the ones you've mentioned are, like, interconnected standalones. Like, you could read them separately.
Yeah.
But to get the most out of the series, you should read them in order. I think I more prefer interconnected standalones than I do, you know, with one. The only, I think, series that I really enjoyed that was, you know, all the way through with the same characters is the After series, and that's when I first got into reading, and I haven't read something like that since.
I guess for me, when it comes to that, it would be the Twilight series. When I was in high school, I really liked Twilight. I did read all of those.
I think that's really coming back now. A lot of people are
reading
them
I've noticed that, yeah.
Alrighty, so that is everything. That's all the questions that we've answered. Hopefully you got a little bit of information. We'd definitely be popping pictures and that up on the screen of the books that we discussed if you want to check them out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on my other social media accounts. They're both Steph_reads_romance on TikTok and on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and happy reading. Bye.